I go home crying over you, and you get a girl's number?
About your mandate.
No, used him.
If I came to you as a woman and told you about your mandate.
So you put firecrackers in a dumpster.
Look on your face right now.
One match and
Look at your face, too. Stop! Me again, I'll around.
come on. It's not done. Stop. Cause you
You know, did your man tell you that? I'm not close to that.
I never in a million years thought that Sammy would step in.
I was talking about Angelina.
That is why I did what I did. But Angelina is a shady bitch.
Oh yeah, it's always me. It's always me in this house, right? I talk to everyone in this house.
Somebody here did it, just say it now. Who did it? Who did it?
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So, The Know. We all know about The Know. It's one of the biggest storylines in reality TV history, and honestly, there's no denying that. We still all remember that one fateful night in Miami when Jenny and Snooki went to some random ass internet cafe and typed up one of the most important pieces of literature in American history. Yes, I'm going to be talking about The Note from Jersey Shore. If you guys don't remember, this is one of the major storylines from the second season. Honestly, I'm so ready to talk about it, but before we jump into it, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all of that great stuff. Honestly, subscribing is free as hell. I say it every time. I'm trying to get to 2K subs soon, and honestly, I'm kind of close, but also not really at all, so it will help a lot if you guys subscribe and check out some of my older stuff. Like, I'm kind of cool. Like not to toot my own horn, but alright, that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and get into it. But we kind of need to go back in time because this has a lot of backstory to it. So December 3rd, 2009 was the premiere of the very first episode of Jersey Shore. And in the premiere, we meet our housemates that we come to know and love. And the main people that we are talking about in this video is going to be Jenny, Snooki, Ronnie, and Sam. They were like the main four that is involved in this note. And also, let's throw Angelina in there as well. Because even though she was only on like 3 episodes of the first season, she does come back in the second season and is involved in this as well. JWoww, Snooki, and Sammy are all pretty cool in the first season. They really don't get along with Angela too much. No one really gets along with Angela. Angela's kind of a hot ass mess. Other than that, Jenny, Sammy, and Snooki are like close friends, and throughout the first season, Sammy builds this romantic relationship with Ronnie. Like, I know a lot of people who's watching this video probably have already seen Jersey Shore, but if you haven't, Ronnie and Sammy, I know people don't like to call humans toxic, but honestly, if the term toxic relationship was in a dictionary, there would be a picture of Sam and Ronnie, like toxic, like a hot ass mess. So Ronnie and Sammy, they're hooking up throughout the first season, and I'm pretty sure they had a couple fights, but honestly, it wasn't that bad. But season 2 comes around, and that's when shit starts to get real. So because the show was such a huge hit, in July of 2010, the second season premiered, but it wasn't in Jersey, it was in Miami, because when they filmed the show, it was like wintertime and Jersey was covered in snow, so like they had to go be hoes in Miami, which honestly sounds a good time. Imagine being in Jersey in December, and then they'd be like, oh, y'all want to go to Miami? Hell fucking yes, we in Miami, bitch. So yeah, season 2 is in Miami, and out of all the 6 seasons, season 2 is probably the best, and like, you can debate your mom on that. Honestly, I don't care. I'm right. So the season pretty much starts off with Ron and Sammy being not together. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, they're not really together, but they're kind of talking like they are. And Sammy obviously still has feelings for Ronnie. But on the first night they go out, and of course, Ronnie and Sammy get into an argument. And Ronnie calls Sammy the one thing you do not call a white woman.
You will not win this battle.
What battle?
Right now. You're being a realize it. Open the door and realize it.
And he ends up calling Sammy the C word, which is the worst thing you can call a girl.
Like, honestly, the word cunt is like to white women like the N word. Like, you call them a cunt and honestly, they just lose their fucking minds. And honestly, I don't even like the word either. It's kind of like the way it comes out of your mouth sounds so harsh. Like that you, like the noise that you make, like, oh, that's the C. So after being called the white woman's N-word, Jenny, Sammy, and Snooki go back to the house while everyone else goes to another club. So they go to the second club, and Ronnie is showing his ass. Like, he's grinding on girls, taking shots in between girls' boobies. He's hooking up with grenades, landmines, other terms that they came up with that I can't even remember right now because there were so freaking many.
Ronnie is at the club hooking up with grenades. Okay, that is a bigger ugly chick. And then also landmines, which is a thin ugly chick. And love and life.
And yeah, he's just acting crazy. He's drunk out his mind, and poor Sammy is at the house just so sad about her man and how he just called her a big fat. Ew. I'm sorry I said that. I don't like that word. Y'all like that word? I've never said that word a day in my life until just now. Crazy thing is, Angelina is the only girl with them, and she's like, oh, I'm not gonna tell Sammy anything because she doesn't like me, I don't like her, so what do I owe her, you know, telling her that her man is out here hooking up with other girls?
I wish she was one of my true friends because then I would go ahead and tell her. But because she acts like such a I'm not even gonna go there and give her any of that.
Honestly, as much as Angelina pissed me off and everyone else, I kind of have to agree with her. Like, if I wasn't friends with someone and I saw their man hooking up with them, honestly, I probably would tell them just to like be petty. Like, I'd be like, oh, you don't like me? Your man doesn't like you either. Like, bitch, your man's cheating. He's cheating on you. And you would think that this would be it, but no, it gets worse. So Ronnie comes home and he's in the room with all the other guys and he's just like,
oh my God, yo, I was out there, I was doing all this and that. You feel me? You feel me?
Then he goes, oh, I'm gonna go in bed with Sammy.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Just
And
more time.
I'll go sleep with my girl in the bed. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Oh,
I'm not hating. Go do it.
how about that one? How you feeling about yourself?
But then all the other guys are like,
yeah, bro, go do that, bro. Yeah, bro, yeah, bro, you good, bro.
but then as soon as he leaves, they're like, is he actually about to do it? Like, honestly, why do men do that?
He's out of control.
He's out of control.
Exactly. That's why I can't even
Dude,
deal with it.
he's not comprehending. He's crazy. The whole Sammy and Ronnie situation, bad situation.
Check your boys, man. Check your boys. If you know he about to do some fucked up ass shit, check them. Check them. Okay, I know this is kind of irrelevant to what I've been talking about, but there's this one scene in the episode that I watched. Pauly D just looks so fine. I just had to bring it up because I always had a crush. Like, out of all the Jersey Shore guys, Pauly D was mine. Like, I know a lot of people like to say Vinny, but I'm like, no. Pauly D is... he makes my heart go pitta-patta.
Homeboy's gonna like get it.
Alright, so we got pretty much all of the backstory. Now we're gonna get to the actual typing of the note. So somehow Snooki and Jenny catches wind of what's going on and they want to tell their girl, but then again they don't want to upset her or, you know, cause any drama. So since they didn't have a computer in the house, they had to go to some random ass internet cafe and type up this note. And honestly, rewatching this scene, we have to give it up for Snooki's typing skills. Like, homegirl is going in on that typing. Like, she's at least typing like 90 words a minute. So while they're typing up this note, like, Snooki is typing and Jenny is telling her what to write, but Snooki's like, yo, let's try to use some words that they wouldn't think we would use. So like, instead of saying like boobs, they said breasts.
Should we do it in pink font?
Ron made out with two girls and put his head in between a cocktail waitress's breasts.
Boing. You say like it's not breasts. So she probably won't even know it's us, hopefully.
So the next day, Sammy finds the note and she shows Ronnie. And the crazy thing is, Snooki's plan to like use different and bigger words to throw them off actually works on Ronnie.
Right away, I know it's either Snooki or Jenny. But then I read the letter and I see the word wisely, and I know Snooki doesn't use that kind of vocabulary.
So pretty much, Ronnie kind of admits to everything in the note, and Sammy breaks up with him, and then Ronnie proceeds to give the most fuckboy ass speech. Like, honestly, the term fuckboy is kind of thrown at everything these days, but Ronnie was the pinnacle of fuckboys.
Like, what do you want? I came home to you, and I've been dedicated to you since that night because I made a mistake. Every day I wake up with you, every night I go to bed with you, every day I spend my whole day with you. You get that?
So Sammy does ask Jenny, does she know about the note? Like, did she give it to her? She says no. Snooki says no. Everyone's saying no. So no one's messing up to the note yet. So things are a bit awkward between Jenny, Sammy, and Snooki for the next few episodes, with Angelina kind of being the middle person. Like, she's been trying to make amends with everyone, and she does kind of become more friendly with all the girls. But she's playing the middle ground between being on Sammy's side and then being on Jenny and Snooki's side. Even though she was on board with the note, like, she tries to play like she doesn't know about it, but she was at that table when they came up with the plan to do it.
All right, we'll go to a local place and we'll type an anonymous letter.
I think the note's a great idea.
She knows the truth, and that's it. We did our job.
So yeah, that's about it about the typing of the note. So now it's time to get to the big fight. So I remember watching this when I was younger, back in like high school, and I was like, why is Sammy so mad that people finally like said something about her fuckboy ass boyfriend? But watching it again, I'm like, I can kind of see where she's coming from, because she was mainly mad that they didn't tell her up front and they let it go on for so long without telling her. And then to do it anonymously is kind of weird. Like, I completely understood her side, but I also understood Jenny and Snooki's side, because that's her friend. She didn't want to hurt their feelings, but they thought doing it anonymously would hurt less, but actually it hurt more, and that was just bad judgment on their part. But anyway, after a night out, Vinny goes to Jenny and says something about Angelina. Jenny goes to confront Angelina, and somehow Sammy says something and jumps into it, and then it all breaks loose.
These two. Stop!
So after the fight, it pretty much ends the friendship between Jenny, Sammy, and Snooki. Angelina eventually leaves the show for good a few episodes later after getting into a fight with Snooki. So all of this beef spills over into the next season, because Angelina goes, Dina comes in, which is Snooki's best friend, which by default makes her JWoww's friend. So now it's JWoww, Dina, and Snooki, and then Sammy's on the outs, and then they get into another fight, Sammy and JWoww, and it's like, it's so good. Jersey Shore was quality television. Like, ooh. Why am I getting emotional over a TV show about crazy young Italians? I don't know, but it's so good. MTV was in their bag. Like, they opened that bag and dived into it, because Jersey Shore was that bitch. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because honestly, it'll mean the world to little old me. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.